Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Honestly, had a pretty good weekend. Can't wait to get into it. So, let's go and jump on. Thank you so much for tuning into the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez, here every Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern time, here to talk about everything in terms of professional wrestling. So we have a great show for you today on tap. Today we're going to talk about my WWE Smackdown review. We're going to have my Monday Night Raw preview. Then we're going to talk about the men's top 10 power rankings, my wrestling weekly power rankings. We're going to talk about that. And also, we're going to talk about the women's in segment 4. And then segment 5, we're going to wrap it all up with my Memorial Monday. We're going to talk about Alpha Anoa'i, the member of of the Samoan dynasty that is, the Mayaveas, the Fatus, the Inois, passed away recently at the age of 81. So we're going to talk about a little bit about his career and stuff like that. So it's going to be totally awesome. But before we get on into any of that, I want to remind you guys to use this super chat box, because hit up the super chat box. Give me your super stickers because you guys are 1,010% super awesome. That's always 1,010%. We honestly, here on the show, guys, we love hearing from you guys 1,010%. If you have a burning question or if you have a hot take in terms of professional wrestling, make sure, honestly, you hit up this super chat box. We are all ears here at the GSMC Sports Network. This show is about keeping the conversation lively, making sure your voice is part of the mix, so don't be shy. Drop your thoughts in the chat. And if you really want to make sure your comment or question gets noticed, why not use that super chat box? Just hit the $sign below the chat box, send in your message, and it's guaranteed to get featured on the show. Plus, it's a great way to support our channel. Your super chat helps us keep the lights on and bring you even more awesome wrestling content that you love so much. We are so grateful for each and every one of you who joins us here on this podcast. Your support makes a lot of a difference. So let's keep this conversation going. Let's keep the party going. Let's let the good times roll, so to speak. Send in those super chats, send in those super stickers because you guys are super awesome. And together we will make sure this show is awesome and better than ever. And if the super chat thing, if it's not your thing, we are still at the GSMCpodcast.net. Hit up that tips and donations link. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Superman punch the like and subscribe button to the show. Also, follow the show, follow the network at the GSMC Sports Network, and give you the Eric Rodriguez guarantee that you will never, ever, 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 ever regret doing so, because we have a lot of awesome podcasts, and it's 1,010% free. So honestly, you guys really have nothing to lose here. So let's go ahead and talk about our first segment, which is going to be WWE Smackdown review. All in all, it was a pretty good Smackdown. It was a great Smackdown. It kept me on the edge of my seat, which is obviously, the point of it. So of course you had Tiffany Stratton put on a celebration for Nia Jax. Nia Jax obviously looking like she absolutely despised it. It looked like she hated it. Nia Jax, not liking what Tiffany Stratton did not like the fact that she did not bow down when she said it. I like the fact that Tiffany Stratton, she kind of did everything she can to kind of avoid it, which, kind of lingers, in wrestling minds, that she could possibly, cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase on Nia Jax sooner rather than later. And I don't know, I just believe that. I just believe that because, you did not see her get, down on one knee so quick. Obviously, Nia Jax, part of the Samoan dynasty that is the Inoue family. Um, Usually you're kind of used to kind of people doing things at your own will. You're like wrestling loyalty. And Tiffany Stratton, I gotta be honest, I liked it. I like the fact that that right away she did not bow down. I think it kind of foreshadows her cashing in on Nia Jax. I'm not too sure if Asher Berlin. It would be amazing. I don't honestly think Nia Jax has an opponent, to speak of in terms of, Basher Berlin. Maybe perhaps we have, Bailey invoking her rematch clause. Perhaps maybe that could be, where they're trying to go. maybe Bianca Belair, Jade. But, Jade and Bianca seem like they're pretty content with winning the WWE Women's Tag Team titles back. So I'm not too sure how far that's going to go. But, in terms of SmackDown, the main event, I really honestly don't see anybody that would fight Nia Jax besides maybe Bayley. I feel like Bayley's going to invoke her rematch clause, and then unless Charlotte Flair makes a return, unless Charlotte Flair makes a return back to the WWE, she's ready. She's gearing. She's been hitting. She's been getting she's been dropping hints on her social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. So it's gonna happen. But Lord only knows what's gonna happen next. So I thought that was pretty cool. Then you saw Michin come in with a kendo stick. I'm not so, I'm not so fond of Mi Chen. I think she's a great competitor, 1010%. But every single match she fights, I feel, I don't want her to fight Nia Jax for the WWE World Women's Champion, the WWF, dang it, the WWE Women's World Championship at Bash at Berlin. I don't really see the point in that, but I don't know. Should be interesting. Should be interesting. Next, we had Andrade taking on Carmelo Hayes. They fought. This is their third bout. Andrade has got the best of Carmelo Hayes twice. Carmelo Hayes is in the head of Andrade. Such a young, such a promising superstar. 1010%. I honestly believe in the best of Carmelo Hayes. I think he's definitely the future of what WWE Smackdown has to offer. As a main event card, perhaps, but much more, I don't he's had some stints with the United States champion LA Knight in the past, so there could possibly be like a shadowing of a maybe like a triple threat match: Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, and LA Knight at Bash of Berlin. That would be pretty damn cool. So definitely looking forward to that. Next, we had a solo Sikoa. We had a solo promo. He said, you will acknowledge him. You would acknowledge him. I will too if he takes these from me. Of course, he's, talking about the necklace of the tribal chief, the red chilies they put around their neck and stuff like that. This was, to be honest, this was kind of big with me. This was kind of big. Like, as I was like watching it, kind of analyzing a little bit, I was like, why? It seems like when Sikoa, you know, when he had this promo and he was like, look, if Roman Reigns gets these from me, then you have to bow down to him. I will bow. I don't know. It seems like, I don't know, he's already giving up. I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm jumping ship too much here, but I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know if he's waving the white flag before, the battle or the civil war between the bloodline actually starts. But I don't know. It was a storyline that, I was like, you know what? I'm not too fond of this. I kind of like Solo's gonna be like, I would never, ever, ever bow down to Roman Reigns because he will never take these from me. I am your true tribal chief. And even Tomatunga was like, okay, like, all right, bro. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. I guess we'll bow now. Like it didn't even seem like he was like, I don't know. I don't know. But all in all, the promo was a little confusing to me. Maybe, kind of illuminating like a little bit of doubt in terms of Solo Sokoa. Obviously, when you saw Jacob Fatu, make his way back into the ring, he was wearing like a walking boot on his right foot. I think it was his right foot. Don't quote me on that. Maybe a little more confidence is, expunged in terms of, the self-proclaimed nowadays tribal chief that we have, Solo Sikoa. So it should be pretty awesome. Next, we saw Naomi defeat Blair. No, we saw Blair Davenport. Blair Davenport got the victory over Naomi. I thought that was pretty key for Davenport's success moving forward in WWE SmackDown. Giovanni Vinci. We had a Giovanni Vinci promo. Last time we saw Giovanni Vinci, he was getting his arse kicked by Ludwig Kaiser, and now he makes it, and now like it seems like he's just like this top dog, this millionaire who acts like don't stink. And I don't know, for me, I felt like it was a little hard. It was a little hard. It seemed a little, far fetched, maybe a little bit, preliminary in terms of, what are you doing, dude? I'm just kidding. No, but all in all, I was like, if this is the way they're trying to promote Giovanni Vinci on SmackDown, obviously you don't have to deal with Ludwig Kaiser. You don't have to deal with the ring general Gunther. So maybe perhaps, maybe, just maybe, we can see Giovanni Vinci, you know, as a main single star on the WWE Smackdown roster. We've never really seen him as a single star. So it should be interesting to find out what this WWE creative team, Triple H, Paul Levesque, does during this, during this new era, when quote unquote everybody here serves a purpose. So it should be interesting to find out what purpose Giovanni Vinci serves. Next, we had a little bit of flexing. WWE was flexing. This is the 36th TV sellout, and it's the 53rd event sellout in 2024, which is pretty big. One of the biggest, one of the best numbers in terms of ratings and audiences and stuff like that, especially in that demographic from age 19 to 42. This is big. This is big, 1,010%. WWE is over the top right now. Don't sell your stocks on WWE, obviously. They're heading toward a great direction under Triple H, Paul Levesque. It only seems like it's going to get better. There's no way in hell it's going to get worse. That's how I feel. Well, I don't know. Honestly, there is a couple of superstars that are kind of, lingering in terms of like contract wise and stuff like that. But those deals could have been very much made under the Vince McMahon era, so to speak. So, not really what Triple H, Paul Levesque was thinking, but I don't know. I feel like the way that they kind of have the ratings right now, it's this new era. It's this new era in terms of WWE. And it's great. The storylines are better. The storytelling is a lot better. You have better morale in the back of the locker room, according to sources. And it's just, I don't know, it's just perfect. It's a perfect time to be a WWE fan. It's a perfect time to be a WWE superstar. 1,010%. Next, we saw Kevin Owens, convincingly defeating Grayson Waller, which is kind of cool. You know what? I haven't seen Kevin Owens in a dominant match like that in a long time. Ever since he won the Universal Championship, and of course he lost it to Bill Goldberg. Woo, big ass mistake. But I don't know. With Kevin Owens having his match against one of the men he respects, Cody Rhodes, the WWE Undisputed Champion. Kevin Owens, I don't know. I feel like he is not really the babyface in this kind of predicament. In this match, obviously, you don't really have a babyface heel kind of connection. The match is built 1,010% on respect, but there's there's a chance. There's a chance that Kevin Owens might, flip out, freak out. There's a possibility that, a slim possibility that I was kind of playing around about this, when I read a Twitter post about, Cody Rhodes in terms of his fanatic appearance. He did not really perform up to par, and he had a lot of disappointed fans. Talking about their frustrations on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter/X, whatever you want to call it. Um, and I was like thinking, this could be a perfect way for Cody Rhodes to kind of, maneuver around the crowd and be like, you know what do you want from like, what do you want from me? I dethroned one of the best WWE undisputed champions that was the leader of the bloodline, Roman Reigns. What else do you want from me? And then Cody Rhodes at the end of Bash at Berlin completely beats the hell out of Kevin Owens and then thus embracing this kind of like, you know what? 2 years. We had 2 years of Cody Rhodes' story. We had 2 years of Cody being a babyface. We had two straight Royal Rumbles back to back. The victor was Cody freaking Rhodes. So there could possibly be a change. Maybe Cody Rhodes finds a way to, kind of be a little cocky a little bit. Kind of, has this, honestly, no one backstage can kind of defeat me. I am holding this company, this corporation, this wrestling promotion. The future is on my back, and I am Cody Rhodes, and I will never, ever let down such and such and such. And then, like, he kind of comes off a little, kind of a little, I don't want to say the word because that's not appropriate. Uh, kind of comes off a little mean. God, mean. Just saying the word mean it doesn't feel the same, and it does. But no, I'm just kidding. But and then just imagine Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble this year, taking on Cody Rhodes, and having the roles reversed, where you have Cody Rhodes taking on Roman Reigns, where the fans are rooting for Roman to defeat Cody Rhodes, as opposite as it was at WrestleMania 40, where you had not in Las Vegas, where you had in Philadelphia everybody believing in Cody's story, and I was like, "What about Roman's story?" I don't know. I just feel like that would be a little interesting here. All right, kind of finishing this up a little bit quicker than usual. The LA Knight hit a promo. Santos Escobar was part of it. Street Profits prevailed. They will take on the Bloodline for those WWE Tag Team titles. At the end of the show, you saw Solo Sikoa come out, classic trap, and then Roman Reigns fell into the trap. He got put through a table. Obviously, you saw Jacob Fatu, assume his role as the enforcer in this new Bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa. So, the Samoan Werewolf, obviously, the Samoan Werewolf is he's the difference maker in this new and improved Bloodline here. But all in all, there was no help for Roman Reigns. And, there was not really any surprise in terms of that. Roman's physical capabilities just it just can't hack it. Just can't hack it. The numbers game did shine ugly in terms, in favor of Solo Sikoa. But Roman Reigns, this was kind of perfect for Roman Reigns. There had to be a point where he was going to go against the Bloodline, should have got his ass kicked. And, 1010% this promo, it kind of made Roman a little human here. Like when he came back last week, it was in Roman's favor. He completely demolished the Bloodline. A lot of people thought Solo looked a little weak. Tongaloa looked a little weak. So this crazy how this week we had Roman Reigns. Kind of seemed like, dude, like honestly, Roman's, he's human, just like you and me. So, it was a good promo overall. I feel like the build-up is getting pretty great. So yeah. All right, guys, do not go anywhere. We're going to jump on into our WWE Monday Night Raw preview. So grab your favorite snack, grab your favorite ice cold beverage, and join me as soon as we come back after this message. So hey, do not go anywhere. As soon as I find there we go. All right.